up, guys? It's Podcast Boys back with episode 49. Um, yeah, I guess let's just jump in straight into story times. My stories for the week.
Uh, yes. I've been playing a lot of Brawl Stars. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
super
haven't
fun.
played for a year, and then I started up again because, like, I don't know, we've been doing bets and stuff with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. All the boys back on Brawl Stars. It's funny because it's like everyone like rotates the games, like the games we used to play like years ago, and everyone just like starts playing them again.
Yeah, like I remember, last time I like really was like playing Brawl all the time was like summer of 2019, and like we had Chris. Remember we went to Starbucks with Chris, and we like used their Wi-Fi, and
Yeah,
like I don't know, it was like a couple days before we left, and then yeah, we are just on their Wi-Fi. So fun.
and that
hmm
always life.
And ET hasn't played before. Like the game's new to him, so. Like I remember having like,
Yeah, I
ooh,
had the account. Like, I made the account, but I didn't play at all.
mm, I
That's
had
why I
like
had Star Shelly.
oh yeah, I had like 20 3 brawlers out of 25 that were available. Now I come on again. I'm missing like 20 because they added so many more over like the course of almost 2 years.
Hmm. No, I still feel like a new player, like a new because there's actually like 20 new guys. There's like 20 new guys, and I don't know like
Yeah,
any of their abilities and stuff. So
yeah,
that kind of makes you worse because you honestly don't know what they
yeah,
have, like what they can do.
yeah. Definitely. Um, this week I made a purchase. I got new goalie gloves for soccer. Now I know I can't play goalie gloves, but I saw them. I've been meaning to buy them. So here they are. They're the Adidas Predator uh, goalie gloves. They have a very nice secure wrist or yeah, a wrist thing, just like how they have for the shoe around the ankle. It's like that for the wrist. These are size 8, and the boys know I've had the same goalie gloves since like grade 6, so like I was 11, 12. So like almost, yeah, like roughly around 3 years ago. And here are the other ones. These ones they're really good. Nike. These ones are Adidas. These ones, like, look how worn out they are. Like everywhere, there's like holes in them and stuff. But these ones are really good. I think they use this. Yeah, they came out in 2018. It was like very good addition. I know a lot of goalkeepers use them, but this is size 5, and then this one here, I'll move the mic. The new ones are size 8. These ones are size 5, so you'll see the difference. Like, look at this. Look at the difference. Wait. Look at that.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much bigger.
And like these, I tried these ones on today, and like just now, dude, I wore them like couple like 11, 10 months ago. They do not fit at all anymore. Like my hands have grown so much this year. So, and these are size 8, and they're a little big, but they're good to use. They're really nice. I really like the support here on the wrist. Very nice. The paddings, there's not too much padding, which is kind of like a downside, but it's much better than this. Like, so if you see the difference, you can obviously tell. But yeah, I really like the Predator design. If I had the cleats to match these, that'd be really cool. But yeah, it was a cool purchase. Um, this week I'll share the screen here. We have new merch. We have new merch, and we kind of updated the merch a little bit. So we added some more colors to these, made the logo translucent have instead of having like the square there. We added long sleeve tee. This one one of my my personal favorite. We have a Minky blanket. We have a zip up hoodie. This one's new as well. It's kind of like in the middle of the zipper. So if you open it up, it'll probably be like cut in half. And then we got new colors for the tank tops here. So we got the black we had before, and then we added blue, we added pink, red, and yeah. I'm trying to see. Oh yeah, kind of made it. I think I might have added some more colors here. There's purple, which I really like. Black. We also changed the logo so it's not like the square box anymore. It blends into the clothing. Green and then red. So yeah, a little update on the merch and check it out. Link in description. Um and anything else from oh yeah, I started track this week or last week. I don't remember. And I got the highest time in my 200-meter sprint, which I hate the 200-meter sprint. But I'm only doing it because there's no like 100-meter this year. I don't know why. So 200 meters, I got 30 seconds, which is kind of bad. Like this year doing track, I haven't done track in like probably it's coming close to 2 years now. Like when I was in my prime, and I like so much worse. Like holy crap. I just feel like my muscles are stiff, like, the way I move, oh my god. Like, even though, in grade 7, I sucked at the 200 meter, I probably would have got, like, I don't know, at least 5 seconds shorter than I got 30 seconds, which isn't, like, too bad. I got the best time on the team. Um, but, yeah, so I don't know how I'll do compared to, like, everyone else in the meet, 'cause I had a virtual meet, um and Monday I'm gonna do this is new. I have not done this, but I had practice for it and it's hard. It's 4x400 relay. So instead of 4x100, it's 4x400. So like each person has to run 400 meters, which is kind of cool. I remember when I was trying to think back when I did the medley in grade 7. Like our medley team did really good. We came like first. Shout out the boys on the medley team. We came first and like I think we made it to the CISVA finals and we got third place as like our last um our last kind of like score of the season, and we got first place all the way up until like I think we got third place. I have the ribbons, I could check, but I think we got third place, then first, and then the first put us in the finals, and then we got third in the finals, which is pretty good. And then that was for the medley. So I think there was, if I remember correctly, 200 meter, which Quinn did, 400, which I did, 600, which I think Jackson did, and then the 800 Alex did. So it was a long race, lasted about I don't know, 30 minutes maybe. It was
Bro,
intense, but I
Alex is
liked
the
it so much.
fastest.
Alex was the best at the long distance. I was the best at the short distance. We were very strategic with it. So yeah, we kind of did that. For relay, like the 4x100, we did surprisingly we did really bad. Like we came last all the time. Like I remember I was always the last one to run, and I was just like, there's thousands of people in the stands, and they're just watching me run. And you know what? There's this kid that was ahead of me, and he was going pretty slow, and he was a good like 200 meters in front of me, and I sprinted so far up that he only like made it like in front of me by like 10 meters. It was so close. Everyone on the team was watching me. They're freaking out. And so yeah, I hope that this 400-meter relay can go well for me because like I said, I feel like shit running. Like I haven't hit the track in so long. Um so yeah, I'm kind of nervous for that, looking forward to it. I started socials this week. And yeah, it's pretty good. I have a spare in socials, so a lot of the time I'm just going to be at home most of the days. I'll be at home. I don't have class in the morning. I have an afternoon every other day. So that's pretty cool. And that's my week, I guess. Yeah.
Um, I didn't really do that much this week. I just had like I had a lot of basketball this week. It's good because we have like this new coach. One my old coach, or he still coaches, but he's gone for like a month. He's coaching Up Play Canada, which is like 17 like the top prospects in Canada, which is like really cool. You get to fly out to like I think Indiana and some other places. So coach teams. But right now we have like a fill-in coach who's still like really good. He's just like showing me some stuff with my shot. Like I wasn't like my wrist, like when I shot was kind of like catching the ball down and then going up. But he's telling me I have to like cock my wrist all the way back. It's helped like a lot already. Like even just one day of just like one on one, like with the coach, I learned so much stuff. So yeah, it's really like helpful. Um yeah, and then I played some basketball with the boys and then just more practices and like academy and stuff. So yeah, lots of I'm in the gym, which is nice. Um, yeah, I like school was pretty like decent, I guess. Some tests. We had like a religion test, English test. I think that's about it. But yeah, that's it on my part, I guess.
All right, story time. Let's go.
There's not
Everybody
many
gone?
topics.
Yes, everyone has gone.
Okay. Uh, okay. What do I have here for topics? I got two. So they're pretty quick. So I guess I'll just get them over with here. This week it was Earth Day. It was Thursday, April 22nd. Um, Earth Day is an annual event on April 22nd to demonstrate support for environmental protection. First held on April 22nd, 1970. So, yeah, 51 years ago. No, not 50. Yeah, 51 years ago. It now includes a wide range of events coordinated globally by EarthDay.org, including 1 billion people in more than 193 countries. I think that's all the countries because they're not including the owned the U.S. owns like I don't know what. I want to see this. What do people do for Earth Day? Reduce, reuse. Okay, this is kind of what everyone should do anyway. Um, so what do you guys think? Do you think it's like a relevant kind of holiday? Do you think it's like kind of weird? What are your thoughts on this?
I say it's like good. I mean, I don't think anyone really like does anything for Earth Day. I know that like thing that people do is like pictures on Instagram, then that's like story, and they're like hashtag Earth Day.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean these guys should be recycling and all that anyway, right? So
Exactly. So, yeah, I guess like you don't really do anything on your day. I guess it's more like appreciation in my
yeah,
Yeah, I
appreciation
would say that too.
or like a thankful day, you know,
Mhm.
or like
yeah,
yeah, well same thing I guess, or like kind of
yeah,
or like a day to kind of um repent, or like a day to kind of realize the world and the circumstances we have like, in terms of
reflect.
global warming, climate change, yeah, all that. I think it's a good holiday. I think it's kind of because the Earth is like the most important object in any human's life, pretty much, except for that's not a personal object. Um, so yeah, I think it's pretty good. Um, yeah, there's like a bunch of people posting on about it, stuff like that. Uh, yeah. Okay, so we got here YouTuber Nico Amilana, Amilana, I think Nico Amilana. I don't know how to say that. I actually like this YouTuber. He's pretty good. He's pretty funny. He's really clever. He's running for mayor of London.
Oh
I'm trying to
yeah,
see here.
I saw that
He's
vid.
running. Yeah, he's running. He's running for mayor. I want to see all the candidates. Um, so I have so many like thoughts on this. Um, so Okay, one of the things when I'm loading this up here, I know I don't want to see the booklet, dude. Um, one of the things that I'm thinking of is like a lot of things came across my mind, like when I uh, how do I go to like the okay a lot of things came across my mind when I saw like how he was running for mayor of London, like one of the biggest cities in the world. Like it's pretty important. Um, and like I think um I think it's obviously funny, like it's cool, but um they have yeah, here are all the okay, this is what I want to see. Here are all the candidates. So obviously some people are in like a slate, like a party, conservative party, green party. I'm trying to find anyone here that's okay, independent. Yeah, there's some independence here. He doesn't have an image for himself. I think oh, I know why. He put in his bio, did not submit a mini manifesto. Some old dude going through this on the newspaper and just sees this because look at this guy. Look at all the stuff this guy has. I mean, this isn't really that much. I think someone else probably has more. Yeah, like look at all this.
He doesn't
See what
need
I
to
mean?
write
And
one.
it
He knows he's gonna win.
no, he doesn't. But the thing is that that's what I want to get at. Do you think it's fair that this guy being like famous can be mayor? Like, do you think it's fair? Because in my opinion, I think by him doing this, it's like, dude, how would he not get mayor? Because it's like so many of his fans live in London. They have family in London, whatever. They're gonna vote for him because he's famous. He's a YouTuber. He has all this following. And the thing is that he's not even putting any effort into it. Like if you look at like his videos online, like I'll try and find one here.
Bro, he did the free
His videos
McDonald's.
online,
Or like the no, not free. He made
I
like
think
a not McDonald's. I think it was that guy.
yeah, I saw that. And like a not Starbucks or something. Okay, here's a video. So he got an interview from the BBC from literally begging, which is kind of funny. Surprisingly, he got an interview. Um, okay, we don't. So, and you'll see how serious he takes it, quote unquote. Um,
Independent Supreme Leader of the Nico Defence League and your future London Mayor.
How will you help London recover from the pandemic?
I would do a lot.
Can you give us in 25 seconds what your pitch is to be Mayor of London?
Should I be London Mayor? What a stupid question. Of course I should. The system is broken for young people and I am the only man who can fix it. We aren't taken serious and it makes me sick. I have more knowledge, strength and integrity than any other candidate and more social media followers than all of them combined. The joke, man. The people who run this country are unserious and that's coming from someone wearing children's glasses. But I am taking action now. I have a message to our Prime Minister on behalf of every young person in our nation. Boris Johnson. Shush.
you see what I mean? It's like that's the thing. Like he's not taking it seriously. I mean, what if he does actually get into mayor? My prediction, if he does, I think he's going to like actually act the part. But at the same time, it's like by him doing this, he's not putting any effort into it except for how he like stood outside BBC. He's not putting any effort into it, and he gets this role when all these other candidates have put in so much time and effort because it's like their biggest like priority right now in their life. So that's to me a bit unfair, but also you can argue that well everyone's equal, he's still a person, and if the candidates can't win against this, then they're doing a bad job. So I don't know. I don't know if like I can't decide if it's bad that it's like if it's unfair, if it's fine. Like I don't really know. Like I feel like I'm a mix with a bit of both. I kind of think it's unfair. I kind of think it's fair. But what do you guys think?
I was just like thinking about this. So I was just looking at his subs, and it says that he has 2.4 million subs, and so that's like quite a lot. But like I've never like heard about this guy. Like I don't really know him. But just from like I don't know, I could assume that most of his audience wouldn't be of like legal voting age. Right?
Yeah, that's
So
true. That's
although
true.
he is like he's like yeah, he's like pretty famous and like pretty like big content creator, doesn't necessarily mean that all of his viewers would, are like legal voting age. And even if they were, doesn't necessarily mean they're gonna vote for him because let's say
Yeah.
you did watch him and you know that it was like he's not actually like running for it. You know what I mean? He's like trying to like the other thing that you said with like the like he didn't put any effort in and like I agree with that because it's like he doesn't have a profile. Probably like it's just probably like for like clout and for like a joke. Honestly, like
Yeah.
if he actually won, I don't know like what he would do because he's like
Yeah.
it looks like he's
They're
like
like, "Oh, what would you do with COVID for the city of London?" I would do a lot. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
We're talking about London, you know, like mayor of London. Like it's not like a small like task, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty weird. ET, what do you think?
I think it's just a publicity stunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, people are like putting on Twitter like vote for him, and people are actually voting too. I think the deadline's like the end of the month or the beginning of the month. I don't know, but it's like within the week. Um, yeah.
What would this guy do if he actually won?
Well, he was just talking about like the system's corrupt, and he's going on about young
Anyone
people
can
don't have
go and
rights.
like
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
but like what are you gonna do about it, right? Like he's just like, oh yeah,
yeah,
these
yeah,
people like
exactly.
he didn't say
Yeah,
what he just said that oh this is like corrupt and this is bad and this is bad, but he didn't say any like solutions or
yeah,
say what he would do. So
exactly. Like even people like on the news aren't taking him seriously. They're kind of like they're not really like in the news like the BBC like they are focusing on like candidates like oh candidate so and so is focusing on this for the city of London, and they actually went ahead and proposed this new idea and blah blah blah. They haven't said anything about him. I think they mispronounced his name. They said like Nico, or I don't know how you. I think it's Nico. I could be wrong, but he said they pronounced it wrong, and he's the youngest like candidate running for, like I think the youngest out of everyone is like 38 or something, and he's 23. So he's like representing young people as well. And he's like, yeah, they don't want to see me winning. I'm young and I'm representing young people of London, and we got to take a stand. So I don't know. Obviously, a lot of like no one, unless you're like retarded, no one's gonna like no elderly person or like not elderly, like older person is gonna vote for this guy. It's only gonna be like the younger people, if any. Um, I remember this one guy ran for our city, and he was like the biggest like retard ever. I'm not gonna say any names, and also, it's not really like I'm not trying to like hate here. The guy was just like there's something wrong with him. Like I think he just moved from Iran and got his citizenship just recently, and he was like saying he wanted to be mayor, and he was saying like he wanted to um like he was like, "Oh, I want to raise the Canadian dollar," and he's like something with the banks, and he's like things that like even Trudeau can't even do, like,
yeah,
and he's like I don't know, he's going off like this weird shit, and he got like 300 votes too. So I think the people that voted for him are like all Iranian and like don't like speak English or something, because there's no way. So it kind of reminds me a little bit of that, but at the same time, honestly, I would rather have Nico for mayor than that guy, because they're like, I can't imagine what like someone would do. Like, how are they gonna say no to him? Like, oh, sorry, sir, you can't raise the Canadian dollar. You can't like fund the banks. Like, You know what I mean? I don't know who's gonna tell them no. Like, how would that even work? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. That's all my topics.
I got a couple. Um, I guess I'll just show those. Okay, so the first one on the like presidency, not presidents, on local stuff. Transit. Kids under 12 ride transit for free.
Really?
So here's a little article on this. So it says on Tuesday, BC's finance minister released the provincial budget for 2021, which included a transit funding announcement. Starting in September, children aged 12 and under in the province won't have to pay to take the bus, C-Bus, or SkyTrain. Fare includes rides on both TransLink and BC Transit systems. This will bring the next generation of transit users on board with the potential to save families hundreds of dollars every year, Finance Minister Selena Robinson said. Explained this would save families in Metro Vancouver up to $672 a year per child compared to the price of monthly TransLink pass. Children under 5 already ride for free on TransLink routes. As for those from 5 to 18, just $1.90, single zone with a compass card, and $2.90 for 2 zones, $3.90 3 zones. For BC Transit users, cost savings the update will add up to $400 each year, the province said. That's it on the whole article. I
Wow.
mean, I think that's kind of smart because like even when I was like under 12, I was taking the bus quite a bit, and like if you as a kid have to pay like yourself, or like if you paying for your own money and your parents aren't buying it for you, it's pretty expensive like to like loading your compass card. Right now, I kind of just app, and like if it's not full, ask for a ride, and most of the time that works. But like it's still pretty expensive, especially if you bus a lot, like bus to school, bus to work, or like bus like home. Like takes a lot of
Apparently,
money. So
the driver is not supposed to deny to a kid.
because they can't really say anything because technically they're not allowed to, but like
Hmm.
when you're younger, like I'm really short, so like I could go up there and be like, can I get a ride? And they're like, oh, they knew, oh, yo, you can't get on. Like they just like they
Yeah.
like do that.
Bro,
Yeah.
bus
So they
drivers be
can't
watching
verbally
this.
say, bro, they can't verbally say anything, but they're just like, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go on.
Yeah.
And so you
Like,
just
dude,
kind of
for all
like,
the fans out there that are like saying, "Oh, who's that 12-year-old?" Dude, I'm not gonna say his age. If there's bus drivers watching, you probably know.
He's 10.
There's yeah, he's 10. Yeah, I just gotta.
yo,
He's almost finished grade 5. No, but I think that's smart that they're doing that. But the thing is I don't know the strategic element of doing this now, because if anything, the TransLink brand, the whole like the company, if anything, the past year they've probably lost a lot of like a shit ton of money from, people not using the buses. Like, I think they were out for a while. So they've definitely lost a good chunk of money. And by them doing this, they're just gonna like lose more. Because like I don't know, people aren't using the buses like enough as it is. However, if this wasn't COVID, I think that'd be perfect idea, because if you think about it, when you're like a little kid, like I remember doing this with my grandma or my mom or whoever. It'd be like a winter Vancouver, have my puffy jacket, and they're like, okay, here's your compass card, put it in your pocket right away. They're always making sure like you got it. It's like it for little kids, for young kids, it's like a big deal. You know what I mean? It's like um, you always have to like be careful of it, be aware of it, and for a young person, that could be a big task. Like, depending on who you are, obviously, but like that could be like, what I mean? It could be it could be a big thing to deal with. So, and also like some poor families take the buses to school all the time together. Maybe not poor, but like I don't know, they don't have a car or something. So I feel like, yeah, like you were saying from the article, a lot of people, like a lot of families and kids, they all bus, they take C bus, whatever, SkyTrain, trying to get to Science World. It's a very convenient way. Um, so with that, families are gonna save. Surprisingly, they probably, like, some families are like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, no, the $1.90 will come a long way. Like, they're gonna realize how much they've been paying, and they're gonna realize, oh, it makes a big difference. For me, like, I'm a student. I have a student one. Um, and mine just like auto generates like every time I spend money on it. I don't know. My mom has like some system. I don't know. TransLink thing. I don't know. But I think that's a good idea, and I think that's good. I don't know how it would affect them now. I mean, they must still be making a good amount of money if they're gonna do that. I feel like TransLink wouldn't do that if they're um not making money, but who knows?
Yeah, my next topic.
Ah.
You guys might have heard of it.
I turned them down. It's good now. It's fine for me.
It was the Super League.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's a article talking about the collapse of the European Super League. It says, just days after fanfare and fury of Sunday's announcement of the continent's self-appointed top teams would break away own exclusively with no promotion, no regulation, yet eye-wateringly lucrative potential TV rights. Plays lay in tatters. What went wrong? Across Europe were put in an unusual position of agreeing with former Manchester United captain Gary Neville, whose blistering creation of the plans on Sky Sports went viral on Sunday evening. Um, oh shit, should I try to share it? It shows a
Go for it.
video.
It blows up. It blows up.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to the. I'm just gonna send it to the thing, and then maybe you can show it because it will
Yeah.
actually blow up. Yeah.
You can actually read along if he's sharing it. You can always read along, I guess.
Sender.
Mm-hmm.
Sender, bud.
Yeah, I sent it. I sent it, bro.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry. We can't find the page you're
Yeah.
looking for.
It's just an interview with Sky Sports.
What the
Shit.
Bro, why can't I see it?
Page not found.
Yeah. We're sorry, Justin.
I think it blew up.
Fuck, my computer is like literally spazzing out right now. It's not okay. The interview is not that long. I'll just like this is like what the article says a bit. So Neville's comments fueled a backlash amongst fans, angry at the billionaire executives of their clubs, with hundreds turning out to protest at stadiums around the country. The video outside these farmed grounds shocked players and club staff, most of whom had not been consulted over the proposed league. The players themselves started putting out statements on social media opposing the plans. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson under fire for his handling of the pandemic and weeks away from local elections, took the opportunity to speak out against the proposal, threatening to reform competition law to stop the cartel of business from distorting the world's favorite sport and one of UK's greatest sports. Club owners had gambled big and lost. So then it shows a tweet here from Must, and it says, if you are, oh shit, why is my computer bad? If you're already a member, please join the Must statement on the European Super League. We did it. What a 48 hours that was. Well, first things first, we did it. We've stopped the breakaway. The Super League is dead. And based on the overwhelming reaction from the fans, the media, pundits, players, and managers, it's hard to imagine anyone being stupid enough to bring such an idea back again. And what killed it? We did. No, we don't mean must alone, although we played our part. A victory for the fans over the power of the boredom? Perhaps not. I don't think they're expecting the ferocity backlash from the fans. Paul Woodruff, senior lecturer in sport business at Manchester Metropolitan University and a Liverpool fan, told Al Jazeera. But I think it was more of a self-preservation. I don't know about the legal things going on behind the scenes. What sort of threats we're facing from European football governing body, UEFA and FIFA, or the world governing body. They didn't seem to have any PR going alongside the announcement. The website seemed rushed. The whole thing seemed a little bit half. In fact, the ESL's PR report was being run by a former UK consecutive spin doctor. Uh, its press release, issued at 11:30 p.m. on a Sunday, is from in-house communications, public relations firm run by Katie Perrier, who was director of communications for Theresa May when she was prime minister. They'd only been hired earlier that same day. Yeah, it's just the article goes on and talks about more of like the business side of it, but really interesting. It was only like up for like what 48 hours because yeah, everyone was just like hiding and no one really liked it.
Hmm. Well,
I
man,
was supposed to.
the sad part is, or like the weird part, the no one wanted it, like fans, but there
Mm,
was a lot of like teams that signed up for it. The only reason it didn't go through was because one team from the Premier League was like, "No, we don't want to do it." And another team's like, "Well, if they don't want to do it, we're not going to do it." They're like, "Okay, well, if they're not going to do it, I'm not going to do it." And then it just went on and on until there was no one left. Like I saw Bayern Munich posted on their Instagram and like all that stuff. Um when I was getting when someone was explaining the situation to it to me, I was like, "What?" I was like, Why is that like?" I was so confused as to why someone would want that and why like because it's a interesting idea, but it defeats the purpose of Champions League, and if anything, it's worse because then you're not getting the best of the best in the country's city to verse the rest of the country,
mm,
right? Because then it would
exactly.
just be and like yeah, so they're not versing anyone from their country. They're just versing like around the world teams, which they already have that for the Champions League, and they pull it out of the hat to decide the groups, so it's random, right? Um, and it's just pulling the team out of the league, literally. So
It's just like whatever
I
team
think
they can
that
get, they like put on they're part of the Super League, right? And now they're part of just that. So
yeah,
yeah,
I'm happy to leave it behind, and I'm happy that the world's decided not to do this. And it's
yeah.
all thanks to the one Premier League team. I don't remember which one. One Premier League team was like, "No, we don't want to do it," and then it caused everyone to just. It was a domino effect. So that's good.
I also
Um,
think like even if they did accept it, like in my opinion, it kind of looks bad for like the Premier League because it's like they're like well-known organization. They're really big. Their fan base is super strong, and like especially in England and stuff. And then like for one team of like one of the biggest leagues to go off into this like weird direction with the Super League, kind of, in my opinion, it kind of looks bad. Like it looks like unprofessional in a way, and sort of like oh we're like the
too
top
good.
dogs around here. We can go over. Yeah, we're like too good for the rest of the league, so we get to like leave. And I feel like that's just kind of the direction it was going, and I'm kind of happy that it ended. So
Yeah, and people might argue. Well, actually, no one would argue, but an argument for that might be, well, you could say that about like in England that have the EF. I forgot what it's called, but it's like they have the three leagues, right? And then you you get, let's say, a team's in the third league, and then they win that league, they move up to the second league, they win that one, they move up to the Premier League, and if they lose and they're in the third league, like they're out of the franchise, the club's done. Um, so people might say, well, you're doing that if you're leaving the third league or the second league or whatever, like the championship league or whatever it's called. Um, but no, because then they're saying bye bye to England or bye bye to
Yeah.
Spain or whatever. You know what I mean? And players can do that. Like players have done that. Like look at Neymar and Pele did that when they were at Santos FC. Like they're a 3-star team. Like they're decent, but they're not. It's not that good. Like compared to like the rest of the world. And you realize that they left Brazil because they were too good for the country, and that's like their players' decision. They didn't have to leave if they didn't want to, but the club's like, all right, you gotta go. We're selling you. They're like, all right, I'm down. Or like they have to wait for the contract to go over or whatever. Um, but they players can do that themselves if they really think they're too good for their league, right? Like I remember there's a Canadian national team player. I watched him play in Vancouver, BC Place in 2019, a day after my birthday. So I just turned 13, and I was looking at the roster and I was like, damn, they have a really like wide. The Canadian. I'll always say this: the Canadian national team for soccer. A lot of people are like, oh, they're trash, they're bad. They're actually not. Like the teams that they verse are normally bad. Like I remember a couple weeks ago they won like 10-0 against like Cayman Islands or something. But they're only bad because they versed the US and Mexico, which they actually won against Mexico last year. That was a big win. I mean, not Mexico, US. Um but they have so many good players. They have like players from Bayern Munich, Turkish teams, Premier League, um, and it's like there's like a couple players that are like, they're okay, but like there's a decent amount that are good. Like I'd say they're pretty close to US, but like I wouldn't say they're as good as US, but like they're pretty close, and that even proves with their last game against US they won. So, but obviously Mexico's the best in North America because they always win and get into the World Cup and what have you not. But like I remember looking at the roster, there's this one guy that played for Kilmarnock, which is like a 2-star team. I was like, he's probably not like too good. He got scouted from Liverpool. He's playing for Kilmarnock, like a low-star team, and someone from Liverpool sees him and they're like, all right, we'll bring him up. Plays for Liverpool now. Like how crazy is that? So, and then you got like Alphonso Davies too, like a 3-star Whitecaps player. All these teams want to get him. I think he was considering PSG, Liverpool, and then he decided Bayern Munich. It's like that, you know what I mean? Whitecaps 3-star team, Kilmarnock 2-star. It's the same sort of situation. So I don't know. I forgot what brought me to this topic. um, but my point is that the whole like aspect of players leaving their teams to move on to bigger things, that's their own decision. Don't let like the countries do it for them. They're like, oh, we're too good for the countries. Like, yeah, like I agree with Justin. It's like could be like bad, could be in a rude way. Could be bad. They're like, oh, we don't need you. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
I guess we'll just like keep checking along with the topics here. I got like what, 3 more?
All right.
Or no, 4 more actually.
Damn.
Uh, could you present the skate line thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
One
skate
by
line.
everybody to another episode of Skate Line MBD, and this nigga's plugged in, lays in full power, can cut diamonds. Switch.
When you got some money, you was a lick, nigga. Bitch. When I got that money, they went on shit, nigga. What? Shoot first, you know I don't play that shit.
H Trucks is done with the middle child treatment for truck companies and says it's our turn. Which is true, nigga. This team is great. And it's good to see BA out there dominating. Or being dominated. I'm not really sure which that fit signifies, but either way, you're having fun, enjoying your life. And this nigga Keegan McCutcheon's old cornholio looking ass is straight savage. Y'all better like him now, because if y'all forget about him and he don't keep getting to do tricks like this, let me get out the way, show that, you see that, that's off the wall. Be a fan of his so he can keep doing that. I'm watching that Tony Hawk mash show like, damn son, how many things you done mashed? You got more kids than Wilt Chamberlain. Tony Hawk is a gangster. Y'all never thought about that? Like Tony Hawk walking the bar and be like, what's up, baby, I'm Tony Hawk, face card, boom. Big nose, 900. Video game money, bitch, what the fuck? Tony Hawk's a player. This week's damn newlywed, you didn't have to wear white. We knew you weren't for the streets. Goes to Monica Torres, who's nightly flipping an I Do Storm.
If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. Up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up.
Real skateboards intros have like a Match.com feel
Copyright.
because it has a 99% satisfaction guarantee. You are going to highly enjoy the nigga you're watching skateboard. Not like Christian Mingle, they be fucking that up sometimes. Keep in mind, this is just hello from Patrick Pryman. We're still in the introduction phase. We don't know this nigga, not like that. He cool, we know now. This the bro now. We claim him. That's what we saying for him. If I get a drink, he gets one too. Unless this nigga said, I'm gonna just put all my marbles in one basket and share parts from here on out. And if he did that, that's fine. This is a good way to come in. You could just have a slow leap down if that's what you want to do. But that's usually not the plan at Real. They just get better over there. Like, look at the shot. These niggas just improve like an ant society. It starts with a leaf and then somehow they all just start lifting up bricks. Toy Machine says you're gonna need this, so they named their video Vaccine. Deshaun is out of business in coal and right on the machine that is actually flowing and focusing on skateboarding, so he'll be fine. He got the milk dud out, the sun is shining off it, his future will be bright as that shit. You're taken care of. You're gonna do all these great things with your feet. The baby boy though, the Braden kid, what the fuck season of Woodward is he from? What in a centripetal force just happened? It's over and done. This nigga took Gravity and took it sideways, put his leg up and did his thing. Like, Gravity's like, whoa, son, I'm lawsuit against you. Let's get mine for them, I'm over skating all of me.
That was a weird ending. Bro, someone find this guy's like management team and get him on this podcast.
He has to do the intro.
Yo, dude, he's got to do the intro when he comes on. Hopefully, yeah, someone find his management team.
So, what now?
Do you have a topic?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. What is this? It's just like not it. Okay. So, the ex-cop, Derek Chauvin, I think I'm saying that right, found guilty of murder, manslaughter, and death of George Floyd. So, former Minneapolis police officer has been found guilty of second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and manslaughter in the death of George Floyd, black man who died after Chauvin knelt on his neck for more than 9 minutes during an arrest, May 25th, 2020. So yeah, that was it, and I think he's gonna, yeah, okay, so he's 40 years. Do I think that he gets what he deserved? Yes, but I think he should have deserved, honestly, life or more, because that's like, it's crazy. Literally killed the man.
I think this 40-year sentence is good because at that point he'll be like 80 or something, and he'll get out. So he's probably facing the charges like someone else would of murder. But honestly, I don't really have an opinion anymore to this George Floyd bullshit because there's so much controversy behind it, and it's just like, okay, I'm done. I'm done trying to find like an opinion on it. I'm done trying to like look at it. I mean, I just say overall, uh, George Floyd should not have died, but like, there's so many arguments. Like, it's just an endless loop of like arguments and arguments. That's why it's like I don't care anymore. Like, just leave it. It's gonna be like a year and like a couple weeks since he's died, which is crazy. But it's like, I don't know. I don't really want to go into more because I can go on and on about like so much stuff right now. Um, but all I'm gonna say is I think that the guy deserves to be charged. I think the sentence that he got is reasonable, and I think everyone should just move on from George Floyd and stop like going off about it and just leave it alone because it's just annoying now. Like, no matter what anyone says, no matter what their opinion is, oh, he should have died. Oh, he shouldn't have died. Like, I don't care. Just like stop. You know what I mean? It's like the only reason we're talking about it now is because it's a podcast. It's a controversial thing to talk about. So, yeah. But
Yeah.
like, that's just my opinion. I don't think anyone should be like, you know, the world has changed for the worst, in my opinion, because of George Floyd. And I'm not saying because of him. I'm just saying like because of the circumstances that were dealt towards him. So yeah, it's my opinion on that.
Okay. And so,
Okay.
oh, you want to go, Justin?
Yeah, I just have my last two topics in the chat. They're under the skate line video.
What do you think about the George Floyd?
I think it's like to me, you literally can't say anything without getting like, oh, you're like, you know what I mean? It's like you can't say anything about it because people are first off overly sensitive. There's like, yeah, you can't win in that argument. You can't say anything without getting like, how they did it, like canceled or whatever.
Or corrected?
I think, yeah, or you didn't say this right, or you didn't acknowledge this, or I mean, at least we know that like the guy that did it is put in jail, right? Like,
Yeah.
most people can rest
And all
easy
those
knowing that.
people saying like, "Oh, he's probably just gonna be, you know, a year in prison." No, shut up. Like
Yeah, yeah, it's
homicide.
good to
It's,
know that.
well, not homicide, but it's murder. It's like second-degree
It's
murder,
good
I
to
think
know that
it is.
they did something about it. And some like
Yeah.
I was thinking, and they're saying that like it's kind of like screwed up that people like there's like a bunch of like because there's like a bunch of like black people and like black like gangs and stuff. And what they did is they went to the house of like Chauvin and they like I think they put like it wasn't Derek Chauvin's house. They messed up the house, and what they did is they got I think pig blood, and they like drew or like they took the blood and they smeared it all over the door and the railing of the house, um, because they thought it was his house and they were trying to like
Oh,
just like I don't know get something of it right. And the irony was they messed up the went to the wrong house and people were like freaked out because like imagine you wake up in your house and you got like blood smeared on your thing and like
yeah.
it's pretty screwed up. Like it's just good to know that like people can like rest easy or not rest easy, but it's
Yeah.
just like
Well,
okay,
yeah.
well
I know what you
he
mean.
got
They
he
get
got what he deserved, right?
confirmation and they get to know the fact that it's been dealt with. He's gonna be in there for a long time. So yeah,
Yeah.
like
All right.
half the
Well,
well, yeah. By the time he's out, everyone will be like, I don't know, maybe forgot about him. I don't know. Like, yeah,
yeah.
we'll be in
Okay.
like
Well,
we'll be in our 40s. No, if he's getting 40 years and he's like around 40 now, so we'll be in there. We'll yeah, we'll be around 40, 50.
Be like 55.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, on a happier note, lighter note, we have some sneakers here. So these are the University Blue Air Jordan 4s. And these will be released on, I think the 28th they're supposed to be released. Yeah, April 28th. They'll be retailing for 200. So, not that bad. Um, yeah, I just want to get your opinions on it. I mean, first off, I think they look really good. Cop. The only thing I dislike and I don't really like the tab on the tongue. I feel like that kind of like distracts from it, and like I don't know, it kind of like stands out too much, the tab. But other than that, I think it looks really good. So
Yeah, and it's on both sides. I would say cop, just that tag is
yeah.
annoying.
I like the color. I like
Mhm.
the color. I don't really like these type of Jordans. Like I don't know, me personally, I'm not a sneakerhead, but I just don't like this model of it. I don't know. Just like the shape of the shoe, it's kind of weird in my opinion. So I don't know.
Mhm.
I would say cop, but just because of the color.
Yeah, for the boys.
My last topic that I
Well,
have.
what are you guys gonna say? Cop, drop?
We already said.
Oh, Cobb. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So if you don't know, we talked about it on Friday. The fight happened on Saturday. Um, I won't spoil it, but say that we were surprised.
Spoil it.
Spoil it? You want me to spoil it? Okay. So basically, um, no.
They've already seen it anyway, probably. It's been
So
almost a
Jake
week.
Paul. Okay, Jake Paul knocked out Ben Askren in the
First
first
round.
round. I think he hit him with a right hook. That's what ended
Yep.
him. Sad fight. I didn't like buy it, but I did. I like streamed it on like Discord or whatever. Like there's like someone who had streams of it open.
Oh,
I was watching it for like I don't know like a solid like hour, maybe 40 minutes. Like watching the other fights, undercards. I'm like getting pretty high because I'm like, yo, last podcast, I was like, I said I would have put money on Ben Askren. So like, I want to see if like, cause I will put money. If anyone wanted to, I would put money on it. And then I see him get knocked out in the first round. I'm like, oh my god, dude, sucks. Like this actually sucks. So
so
Sus.
someone was
yeah,
streaming the fight on like a public Discord server or something, or was it like your friends?
on a public like Discord server. But what was really annoying is they kept getting shut down. But this one I was in, it was really good. And then people were also streaming it on YouTube, saying like Minecraft Let's Play, but like in the description it says Jake
Ah,
Paul versus Ben Askren live fight. So when you search it up on your bar, like your like search
how
bar,
did you
you
find
get
out
that.
about that? Because I tried to do that and like I couldn't find anything. It's just like scamming and stuff. Like,
Because
how
when
did
you
you know
search
that?
that up, some of those would like come up, and you just have to like they'll like switch their tabs quickly, and then they go back, and then they start shooting the fight, and it's pretty good. Like if you just look in the description, sometimes they have the links, which is like pretty nice. So you can actually watch it, but
Jesus. Um, yeah, like it's $40 for someone that bought it. It
yeah,
would be kind of disappointing. I think it got top 10 most sales in any like it tied a Floyd Mayweather fight in top 10 boxing sales of all time. Uh,
really.
I don't know how to think. I don't know what to think about that, but I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. But now that I look at it, it's kind of like, oh, okay, I see it now. The weight of Ben Askren, like he wasn't like muscular at 190. Jake Paul was, and technically Ben Askren was a retired UFC fighter. This is his first boxing match. Um, and all of like Ben Askren, I still think he's a good UFC fighter because he's really good at wrestling. That's how he won all of his fights. I said this to the boys earlier. He won in all of his fights because not because of his fist, but simply because of his takedowns, and he always won the submission, and he always win. So yeah, that's that's my thoughts, but I don't know. I think someone has to freaking I was seeing this on I think it was Impulsive maybe. They're saying Nate Robinson versus Ben Askren. That would be a cool fight. But I don't think that would not happen. But I remember he's Ben Askren tweeted out, "Sorry world." Nate Robinson's like, "Welcome to my world," or like, "Welcome to the club," or something. I don't know.
I think that like all your points are right, but bro, that's Ben Askren. Like, come on, he let
Yeah.
us all down.
The
Brandon
one thing
Lee.
that I disliked about the fight is like Ben Askren, right? He's a wrestler. He's he's good with all that like mixed martial arts stuff. He can take a hit, and that's what I was saying in the podcast. And like he got knocked down, right? You see immediately after he gets up, right? And so the one thing that pissed me off is like it wasn't a knockout. Like he wasn't out.
No,
Like he got knocked out. He got up pretty quickly. Like
I don't think
and,
he could continue
he
though,
called
right?
it. A lot of people were like pissed off because they're like, it's rigged. And I was like, I was kind of like, I was watching it, like, and I was like, really just call that because he got up, but I guess he was dizzy and like couldn't like actually like stand up. But
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
think he I think he's like, no, I can't continue. Ref's like, all
Yeah.
right,
know.
something like that.
Bro, should we watch this?
Oh, let's
I
see.
guess so. It might be copyright, but I'll just
Yeah.
get rid of the clip, I guess.
Yeah.
So if you guys aren't seeing this, then you know why we're getting rid of. You know why you won't see it because I cut it out of the podcast. So yeah,
All right.
Go for
3,
it,
2,
yeah.
1.
What's up, my fellow fight fans? I'm Jake Canton, and tonight we have one of the most
Yo, I
anticipated
love
and
this song.
wild boxing matches of the year, when former MMA champion and Olympic wrestler Ben Askren makes his boxing debut when he takes on YouTube and internet sensation Jake Paul in a celebrity 8-round cruiserweight bout. Tonight's fight took place live from the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. With COVID precautions still in place, only 100 lucky golden ticket winners were invited to be in the stands for this event. It's pretty clear these two fighters come from completely different worlds, which makes this fight so compelling tonight. Let's talk Askren versus Paul. Ben Funky Askren has an MMA record of 19-2 and was the former Bellator and one welterweight champion before competing in the Ultimate Fighting Championships, UFC. Askren is an accomplished grappler. He was a U.S. Olympic team member, a 2-time NCAA Division I national champion that brings in a mental toughness and just seems to know how to win even if it's not pretty. But on the other side of the ring, you have the 24-year-old Jake Paul that comes in with a 2-0 boxing record.
Okay, what
Paul
is that
an
thing
American
behind him?
YouTuber,
What is
actor,
that?
rapper, and professional boxer. He initially rose to fame to the now defunct video application Vine.
That's like
Before
literally
playing
Lil
the
Nas
role
X.
in the Disney series Visit Bart. Paul, throughout his career, has quickly become the subject of many controversies due to his behavior, including engaging in risky stunts and featuring crazy material for YouTube content. Paul might goof around a lot, but don't kid yourself. He takes boxing very seriously, and although we've only seen a small dose, he's performed very well with a KO win over Nate Robinson that will forever be on the internet.
And
Don't
like he's
blink.
in the ring.
Tonight's betting odds
Okay,
has
what the
Paul
heck,
coming
bro?
in
It's
as
like a
minus
freaking.
165
Looks like
betting
El
favorite.
Primo.
like
And Askren
this.
comes in at a plus 145 underdog.
That should look like
Okay,
El
here's how it
Primo
went
from
down.
Brawl
Games
Stars.
were over, and Paul came out early pressuring Askren using a solid
Ben
jab and
Askren
good
doesn't
faith
get
and
much
feints.
hits in.
Oh,
Paul
yo,
clearly
yo,
had an
yo.
excellent game plan
Oh,
tonight.
yeah, so he
Smartly
gets
worked
a
the body and head of
compliment.
Askren, keeping him off balance. Askren did go on the offensive a few times,
Look
but
at
Yeah, like
Paul
the
tried to close
1960s,
that
yeah, or
gap.
something like that.
Paul
They had
fought a
like
very smart and
they stood
disciplined fight
exactly
tonight.
like
He was
that,
very
and you know they were
patient
quite
and
good
showing
with it,
everyone
but
that
obviously
he
it's
has
not up
truly
to
worked
today's
hard
standard.
preparing for this fight.
Look how Jake Paul, like his stance, he looks a lot more comfortable, and obviously that's
His hands are
experience.
low though. He's pretty vulnerable at the top.
Ben Askren looks pretty like tight and like instead of here, he's like near his eyes rather than his chin, right? He's like
What the
Ooh.
hell is going on?
Yo.
here?
What's happening with
he's
Ben
like
Askren,
kinda,
bro?
like, his footwork. Look at that footwork though. He's
He's
like,
like, yeah,
like he's like
shuffling to
running.
him.
I don't know.
I want to see that body cam footage from the ref.
Yeah, why does he have a GoPro on his thing?
I don't know, maybe for like, oh, so if they have to go to VAR or something.
Bro, the
Trying to
music's
get
so
those
good.
points in. Dude, Ben Askren could have like potentially got a lot of good hits in here because Jake Paul's not blocking his
Paul
like
was throwing that bomb
his
of a
jaw
right
is
hand a
so
few times with no
open. Like at
success.
least Ben
But with
Askren's
just
like
a little over a minute left in
you know,
round one,
blocking it
Paul
big.
lands that power bomb of a right hand that sends Askren to the mat. Askren did stand up, but the referee stepped in and stopped the fight, and
Oh,
probably
Fight
the
Club.
right call.
Hey.
It seemed to be just a matter of time before he really got KO'd. Jake Paul defeats Ben Askren by knockout in round one.
Dude, they gotta like.
All right, here's my final
copyright
thoughts.
Yo,
Coming
okay,
into this fight, there were so many
it's so
questions
funny,
that needed
though.
to be answered. Let's be honest, the real question
Imagine
was,
he's like,
"El
can
Primo!"
Jake Paul work his magic again over
It
a
looks
world-class
kind of cool.
athlete
Like,
in
at
Askren?
first, I thought
Well, we
about
have our answer, and Paul came out and did exactly what he needed to
Oh
do to
my
finish the
God,
fight
yeah,
in an
I
impressive
was like,
fashion.
yo, that's so
Paul now
sick. And then,
3-0
like,
and is
I
known
thought
for
it
his
was a
antics
literal
and being a
robot.
little
It's just
silly, but
a
make no
guy
mistake, as I
inside.
said earlier, Paul takes
Yeah,
his
so
boxing
cool.
career very seriously. He's shown a lot of discipline and trains very hard. But let's be honest, Askren has never been known for his hands, and Paul needs to fight a more serious opponent. Paul has continued to call out McGregor.
What do you mean he
and
needs
some
to
other
find a
big
more
name
serious
fighters.
opponent? He's a
I'm
YouTuber.
excited to see what's next.
But even if it's
Guys,
a
let me know in the
boxer,
comments who you
like,
think
the
Paul
best
should
boxer.
fight next and why. Make sure you smash that like button. This is Jake Hatton with MMA
He's
Weekly
just
starting
Lowdown
his
Breakdown.
career, bro.
See you next time.
Yeah.
No, let's be honest. He fought a YouTuber. He fought another YouTuber. He fought a basketball guy. He fought Nate Robinson. And then he fought a wrestler. But he's never fought a boxer. And he claims
Bro,
to
is
be
my
a boxer.
camera
Like, to be a boxer, you gotta
I
fight
read-
a
I read-
boxer, okay?
A retired wrestler.
Yeah. So stupid, like. Alright. That's all the topics I got for today.
Damn. Nice.
I think the
Bro,
boys don't have
It's almost
anything,
12 in the freaking morning.
Bro, don't complain.
No, I'm tired. It's like the latest it's been, I think, for a
Yeah.
podcast. But that's facts.
Bro, I can't.
Well,
My camera. Need to put the battery.
I guess that's it.
No, not
Thank
yet.
you for watching. That's. Oh, the
They need
camera.
to see me.
Dude, we're almost at
10
this is episode
million.
49. What, should we do anything for 50?
Yeah.
What do we do?
I don't know.
It's not like much we can do.
Yo, what the? Oh, the
It's
thing
like
isn't even in.
film it every week. That's like 50 weeks.
Yeah. Well, 49
That's crazy. Or like,
because we got one off, but
oh,
yeah. And we're almost coming up to a year
Yep.
soon. Couple more
That's
weeks,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, fast.
And at this rate, we'll get 100
Oh.
episodes in by a year. Yeah, a year. So hopefully by then, COVID will be disintegrated.
Alright. Well, that has been episode 49. Thank you all for watching.
Your battery.
That's it.
See ya, boys.